Okay, so this is an alternate assignment for some of my students. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take some paint pens. I have some for you to pick up, or if you have some at home, and you are going to put it on some magazine images. So I want to show you what I've done and then show you how to do it.
The first thing I actually want to show you is the inspiration, the artist Naomi Vona, who is on Instagram as Mariko Koda, and she has some really great images that you can see how I've taken inspiration when you look at mine from hers. She often uses words, letters, to make up words about her work, and so very, very inspiring artist. Really like this one here. Oops, that's a video. Okay. Yeah. Nice patterns. So it's all about patterns, you can see. And she has just a lot going on in her work, really bright and colorful. Sometimes the words that she's using are very powerful, and she's using some fashion images, like this one here, to make some of her message. But look at all that pattern, okay? She really alters the image, and that's what I want you to do. So this is in the Vogue. I actually did it in a Vogue, but I'm going to show you how to do it in your journal. So here's an example of one I have not finished yet. But you can see I did it right on top of the magazine page. Here is another one that I've done right on top of the magazine page. Here is a third one. And actually I thought this page would be cool because there's so many people, so I would have to paint out the background. But yeah, let's put that back in. And then I've also done them in my journal. So here's a magazine image that I've just put in my journal, glued in my journal. Here's another one. This one isn't as successful. Here's one I did of a giraffe. And I put, the giraffe did not have wings. I made it kind of extra special with wings. So I think that's all that I have here. So what you're going to do is you're going to start on a blank page, and I'd probably like put the page like that, like singular. And then you're going to look through a Vogue or any magazine. If you want to do animals, you would look through an animal magazine. If you want to do fashion, you could look through a fashion magazine. And you want one that at least will fit this area. So really quickly, oh, see, that could be a really cool thing too. So it doesn't actually have to be, oh, I like her. Yeah, I don't know. I love this background too. So, well, oh no, it's on the back of that. Decisions. Okay, Miss O, make a decision. That one's pretty cool. So you kind of have to think, oh, that one's really good, but I might not want to tear that one out. You might want to think about the image that you pick and what it might mean or what you could make it mean. Or you just might want to do something fun. So she has angel wings. Just trying to get to
this girl might be really good, and it's actually already in black and white. Oh, this one actually might be better because it's not in black and white. So I'll show you what to do with something that's not black and white. So the first thing I would do is I would cut it down to what you want. And so I'm just going to take scissors, but you could measure. I'm just going to kind of cut a little bit. And chop away at it. And this side I can cut off once it's glued in. I'm just going to take my glue stick, and I find it's easiest if I put glue on this piece of paper here. So going around the edges, you see how I kind of go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't be shy with the glue stick, and then really trying to fill in the middle. You can hear I'm pressing hard. I might even go vertical because we want this to stick. We don't want any little bumps. So if you see that like the glue stick, I have a little bump there, kind of rub it out because you get kind of one shot to glue this down. So you just put a little pressure on there to glue it down. And then you want to get out from your kit some paint, or if you have some paint at home, you want to get that out. So let me go get my paint. From my kit here, I have some acrylic paint. If you are doing this during the spring of 2021, you are going to get this kit, and the first thing I would do is shake all the paint, right? Shake it up. Get out a lid that you can mix paint on. This is just a lid here, maybe a couple. Get your paint shaken. If you have your own paints at home that's acrylic paint, that will work too. Get some water, paintbrush, and you want to paint out the background. And you might want to also put some paper towel down around it. And the acrylic paint that I have for you, it might be a little see-through, so you might want to do a couple of things. You might want to do a couple coats. So you might want to put on a couple coats of paint, or you might want to add some white to it. So I'm thinking she has beautiful skin. I'm thinking I want to do kind of a mauve-y, purpley, dark purpley red. So this is really bright red here. So I'm just going to get some out and just paint in the background. So basically paint in or paint out, however you want to say it, whatever is behind her. So I'm going to mix some paint here and do that. I'll put it on fast forward. Okay, and so here it is dry, and I think I picked a really nice color. I love the jewels. They just kind of pop out. I didn't really see them on her ear before, but now I do. The next step is to put something in the background that's kind of like a bigger pattern, and you can either do that with Posca pen, or in this one, like I just did mixed a different color of paint and used a smaller brush to paint it in. So it's up to you. But I like the idea of having small marks, like little itty bitty marks, and bigger marks. So however you want to do that. And it's dry and it has a little bit of bumps and stuff here. Um, it's okay. It's gonna bump. I didn't probably spend enough time like burnishing it down when I glued it, but that's okay. Okay, so um, the next thing I'm gonna do is just do something in the background or around her, and I'm just gonna take the Poscas and look and see what color it might be. Something bright. I would like to do something bright. So these are kind of my options. What about a yellow? So I like to have a scratch piece of paper, and you kind of saw me do this here with the paint as well. A scratch piece of paper to kind of activate the Posca. So I just shake it up, push it down. I'm gentle. You want to be gentle, but there, now it's starting to really come out here. And sometimes I'll put my Posca back in this little puddle as I'm working. So you just want to start with kind of a bigger, broader pattern, and then as you go, make smaller and smaller patterns. And that's really all. You can do whatever you want. I have been doing something where I take a gray and go over their eyes, so I'll probably do that too. But right now I just kind of want to doodle. So I'm going to do a shape doodle in the background, and I'll fast forward. Okay, so I'm at the point where I actually kind of like it just behind her, so I might stop and not go forward much, but I also want to show you that it's kind of when it dries, it kind of, you can see the lines a little bit, so you can take your pen and go over a second time. It does, like my hand is starting to cramp a little bit as I'm doing this, so take your time, take a break, you know, all those things that you need to do, but make it nice is what I'm saying. Don't just leave it with one coat. If you can see those lines, go back in and fill in. Maybe you want to go back in with a brush. I don't know. I'm kind of activating it here. I'm wondering if this pen is getting a little bit low on ink. Maybe I need to shake it with the cap on. Right? The other thing I wanted to say is that I went to the edge and even off the edge so that when I cut it, it'll just look like it just keeps going off the edge. Same thing as I just went right to her skin, or the edge of her body. Kind of want to go right there. So just some things to think about. So I think I'm not going to do the whole background. I might do something more in the front of her. I'm actually getting kind of some vibes of some flames behind her, kind of like she's on fire. And so you can kind of make your own little narrative of what might be going on. And
go from there. Like whatever you had maybe thought about in your head ahead of time, once you get one layer down, you might change directions a little bit. But the first step is kind of blocking out the background. The second step is putting in some pattern in the background. And then the next step after it dries is putting in, maybe I'll put just some dots up here. See, you just kind of can modify. Almost looks like butterfly. I'm either getting butterfly or flames. I wish you guys were here to tell me which one I should choose. Maybe I'll show this to you and then you guys can help me figure that out. But once you get the background, you can put a second pattern on top. And that is what a lot of the patterns have on the top, is pattern upon pattern. So like here I have this pattern and then that pattern on top. And here there's two patterns. So pattern upon pattern is the name of the game. This one has it as well. In the background there's stripes and then there's dots. What is the other one I have here? Okay, yeah, this one has it. There's these yellow dashes and then the pink lines on top. So that is really the key to the background, is pattern upon pattern. And then you can do whatever you want over the face, the skin, the body, but more pattern, basically. The artist that is associated with this, she does sometimes words in the background. So I'm going to give you some of her images to look at and see. Her name, I always get her name mixed up. Let me look up her name. Her name is Naomi Vona, and yeah, I've shown you some images of her and her work, and that's your inspiration. So I will put on the assignment what exactly I'm looking for you to get points, but I just wanted to show you this technique, and it looks like I might be running out of this yellow, which would be a bad thing. I would need to get a new yellow. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video now because it's getting really long, and once I'm done with this background, I'm going to come back and do a second video. Okay, bye guys.